There's no pain more piercing than betrayal. And betrayal always strikes hardest, not from enemies, but from the very people you trusted most. Enemies can wound your body, but only loved ones can wound your soul. When betrayal comes, it doesn't shout, it whispers. It walks in through the doors you left open, through the heart you exposed without armor. So why does this happen? Why is it that the people you trusted the most sometimes become the ones who turn on you? The painful truth is this: trust doesn't prevent envy. Closeness doesn't guarantee loyalty. And love doesn't erase selfishness. People turn against you not because you wronged them, but because your light disrupts their darkness, your growth unsettles their stagnation, or your strength threatens their comfort. The people you trust most are closest to your weaknesses. They know how to comfort you, and they know how to cut you more deeply if they choose to. And when jealousy, fear, or insecurity takes over, they weaponize that access. Imagine this: you tell your closest friend about a dream you've been nurturing for years. Instead of encouragement, you feel their tone sharpen. That's unrealistic. Don't get your hopes up. Think about a relative who once praised you, but now quietly criticizes every step you take forward. Or a partner who once supported you, but as you grew into your power, they began to withhold affection instead. In those moments, you see the shift. Trust doesn't make people immune to envy. Why do they turn? Because you growing exposes them. It mirrors their own stagnation. It reminds them of the chances they wasted, the courage they never gathered. Your rising creates a spotlight where their insecurities can no longer hide. And instead of rising with you, they compete secretly, resent quietly, sabotage subtly. It's not that your trust was misplaced, it's that they lacked the strength to carry it honorably. The shock of betrayal is heavy because we don't expect it from those we trust. We expect enemies to harm us, not trusted friends or family. That expectation leaves us blindsided. Hurt multiplies when surprise joins betrayal. But betrayal also teaches. It teaches you that loyalty is not about history, it's about consistency. It teaches you that trust doesn't guarantee safety. Discernment does. It forces you to see people not for what they say, but for how they stand when you rise beyond their comfort zone. Here's the darker reality. Some people turn against you not because of what you've done, but because of what you represent. You represent growth they haven't achieved. You represent freedom they fear they'll never have. You represent courage they wish they embodied. Standing beside you forces them to see themselves honestly, and sometimes honesty breeds bitterness instead of inspiration. So what do you do when this betrayal strikes? Do you grow bitter? Do you harden your heart? Do you stop trusting altogether? No. That's how you lose twice. Betrayal will steal your peace once. Don't give it permission to take your capacity for trust, too. The answer isn't to live guarded forever. The answer is to combine trust with vision. Trust slowly, observe deeply, and never confuse access for loyalty. Learn to notice when energy shifts. Listen for the silence when victories arrive. Watch for the shadows in laughter. And above all, stop ignoring your intuition. You notice when support feels fake. Your soul knows when a smile is hollow. People will turn, even those you trusted. But remember, their betrayal says more about their weakness than about your worth. They turned not because you failed them, but because your light became the mirror they could not stand to look into. And as painful as it is, betrayal frees you, because every person who turns reveals themselves. You no longer have to guess where you stand. You no longer waste energy giving loyalty to someone who cannot return it. The knife they twist cuts ties you should have cut long ago. So don't romanticize betrayal. Don't waste tears hoping they'll return unchanged. learn, grow, become sharper in discernment, and most importantly, never dim your light to keep a betrayer comfortable. They turned because your growth was too loud. Shrinking won't change that truth. Hold this in your chest. Yes, betrayal hurts, but it's never fatal unless you let it harden your heart beyond repair. Keep your power, keep your heart, and keep trusting. But trust those who prove through actions, not words, because false loyalty always reveals itself in time. And the next time someone turns against you, remind yourself this is not the end. This is the filter. And filters, though painful, only leave behind what's real.